internet. I'm Elliot the Purple Haired Doofus, and welcome back to The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Today we're covering chapters 12, 13, 14, and 15. So I hope you've read that far. I don't want to ruin anything for you. We start chapter 12 with Kvothe actually eavesdropping on his parents, who are discussing things with Ben. The writer has a very interesting way of describing how one is eavesdropping. He doesn't just start the conversation where it started. He starts the conversation somewhere in the middle. It kind of makes me want to read the notes that the author had about this conversation and see where it did start. Because when you're reading it, it just starts right in the middle. And you're kind of left wondering what was said before. The conversation that Ben and Kvothe's parents are having are about these creatures named the Chandrian. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. I really hope I am, though. And these creatures have something to do with the number 7. Like, there has to be 7 of them. Complete something. It's left unclear as to what they are. It's also made apparent that if you discuss these creatures, it's almost like Beetlejuice, where if you talk about them, they will come at you, because you're not supposed to talk about them. Or maybe that's more like Fight Club. You just don't talk about Fight Club. When they're not discussing the Chandrian, they are discussing Kvothe's future. And Ben is actually pushing his parents to allow Kvothe to go off to university and learn, because Kvothe has been his most inspired and inspiring student. The next chapter takes us back to the tavern, where Kvothe is telling the chronicler his story, and we find out that his helper, Bast, has been listening the entire time. And Bast and the chronicler meet each other, and they find out that they're not personal enemies, but they are, I guess you would say, they're not personal enemies, but they're like cats and dogs. They're things that are supposed to hate each other. So essentially they start attacking each other, and Kvothe has to be the mediator between the two. He eventually breaks up the fight by telling them that they shouldn't hate each other just because of who they are. They should get to know each other before they really let this hate boil and fester. In the next chapter, we go through some little storytelling, where he's talking about being younger again, and discussing how he's yearning for storybook magic, and how all of this looking objects just isn't really quenching his thirst for the magic that he really wants. Ben actually tries to teach him a lesson, and has him answering these benign questions, and Kvothe just kind of can't take it anymore, and he tries to do something very, very dangerous. What he actually ends up doing is taking the breath out of his lungs and nearly killing himself in the process. This, of course, really terrifies his mother, because no mother wants to see their child dead. There's a small section where the troop is traveling, and they stop at these things called waystones, and they argue over what exactly a waystone is. Not sure why I thought that was important. I just kind of did. Maybe it might come up later in the book. I don't know. We also get a sense of how loving Kvothe's parents are towards him, and how much they just truly adore their son. And it just makes me feel really uneasy for the future, because whenever you have characters that love each other that much, there's something that's going to split them up and cause conflict in the future. The chapter ends with Ben questioning whether or not he should be teaching Kvothe in the first place. After Kvothe almost killed himself, he's wondering if he has the fortitude to be patient and wait to learn these skills that he's so achingly desiring to have. The next chapter is the truth coming across a scene where Ben finds happiness with a woman, and Ben decides to stay with that woman, and he has to say goodbye to Kvothe in this room. Before leaving, Ben hands Kvothe a book, and inside the book is a quote from Ben urging Kvothe to go to university and do great things. It's almost like when your teachers in high school say you should go to college because you're so smart, it would be stupid for you not to. Because of Ben's leaving Kvothe, today's question is all about saying goodbye to someone that chose a different path in life and had to either leave you behind or move on without you. Yesterday's question was all about your passion. When did you find it? And how did you know it was your passion? Now, I always knew that storytelling was something that interested me at a very, very young age. I didn't actually know it was my passion until much, much later. I just thought it was something that I enjoyed doing, because who doesn't love telling stories? I started writing fiction when I was in elementary school, and I kind of continued all the way up through high school, and it kind of teetered off during the military. Someday I hope to get back into it, and someday I hope to share it with all of you on YouTube. That's about all I have for you today. I still don't know what book I'm going to read next, but as soon as I do know, I will definitely tell you. I have been the Purple-Haired Doofus, reminding you to watch Super Jam Radius, and I will see you all in the next chapters of The Name of the Wind by Patrick Doofus.